once again. Good evening, YouTube. Welcome back to the Comcast Games channel, and welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2004. NASCAR Thunder 2004. And this is classic career mode, where we do career mode, but with default setup. And nothing else has changed. Last time we went to Vegas and Atlanta. Mark and Jarrett won. And now the standings look like this. Jarrett's taking an early advantage with, oh no. That is a bad omen right there. He's got 2 wins and an average finish of 3.2. Meanwhile, I'm 29th in points. What a drive, what a drive. But today, we are indeed heading out to the wonderful world of Darlington. And maybe the next race. Probably the next race, if this video is not 20 minutes by the end of Darlington. But yes! Yes, indeed. Going out to Darlington. Now, Darlington's interesting. It's one of the easier tracks in the game because the AI struggles to pass each other. But early on in your career mode, your car is so bad that it doesn't actually matter. You're just terrible. you just don't have a good time. So, we're gonna hope for the best. Oh my god! And call it a miracle, Jeff Gordon is not on the pole. That breaks a streak of 3 consecutive pole positions. Oh boy, I'm under 150 in this corner. Yeah, so default setup hurts us a lot at this track. And like most tracks, we're being hurt a lot by default setup. But like here especially, it's just a really bad time in general. Okay, lap 1's gonna be terrible, of course. Dead fucking last, but let's see if I can't fucking have a good run on the second lap. We can still run over 155 in the first turn, but I need to get out of the gas in order to point on the exit. I've gone through so many different iterations of driving at this track, like, it used to be where I just flat foot the entire corner and be loose on exit, but then I figured out that you can kind of check it up on the center and you can point it a whole lot better. And it gives you a much better run. I don't know. 30-second. The point that I'm trying to make is that we got the sponsor objective. Oh, baby, baby. New best lap. The reason we're getting new best laps is because this is a fresh profile, so that every track is on default setup by default. And here we are. $214,000 for winning this race. You know what that would be? Helpful. I could really use that money. But of course, it's never that easy. It is 7 degrees out. This morning it was -1. And we're starting 32nd. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. 29 laps here at Darlington. Now, interestingly enough, this is a 400-mile race versus a 500-mile race that we'll come back to and do in the fall. A long time from now in the career mode. Also, checkups. Checkups on the first lap. Always a thing, even on legend difficulty at this track. So you gotta be careful for the checkups. Same thing's gonna happen here. No, we did not get a second checkup. Okay. Now, Harvick's starting in the back. Kenseth's starting in the back. Dale Jarrett, the points leader, starting in the back. This is annoying because basically a bunch of faster cars than I am are starting in the back. I can't even catch Casey to get past him. I didn't get the primary sponsor money last time out, which was not good. Not good is what I would describe that as. Oh, we got a car blowing up here, which means I can't run the apron in this turn unless he's going to go full throttle. Sometimes the dead cars, yeah, they just throttle up even though they're blown up. And they have a great turn 1. He's still on the fucking track, by the way. Is he going to check up the entire field? Is he going to fucking slow down at some point? I'm so slow, dude. Oh, he's back up on the track. That could have been a straight-up caution. And, oh my god, there might be a caution. Check up, big check up. Oh, that's huge. Oh, this is huge. Bill Elliott, you moron. Those Evernham engines coming back. Oh, throwing it back to the fucking Tony Raines series. We got an Evernham engine moment, and that gives me a bunch of free spots. Oh, baby, baby, we're in business. We're in business now, folks. Okay, we're at the sponsor objective. We're way past the sponsor objective. And the AI is not good at passing at this track because the on-track surface is very small. Like, they only have from the wall down to the apron to work with. So if you can just catch them kind of in between two lanes, they can't pass you. And the AI really struggle to pass each other at this track. So like once the leader catches up to some reasonably quick traffic like P25, then he really starts struggling. Oh, you just need to fucking have a good run. You just need to survive. You just need to survive. Okay, damage doesn't matter in this race because we're gonna have a fresh car for whatever's next. I think it's Bristol next. Oh. Now, if I just block both lanes of traffic, we can probably do good. Now, the problem is that our pit crew is still garbage. Pit crew is still garbage and could screw up. Very possible they'll screw up. Very likely that they'll screw up and cost us several seconds. But the good news is that we're slowing people up, and hopefully, we will have a good run in this race. Like, I don't even really want to finish 17th. I'd rather finish 35th, if I'm honest. 35th is kind of the perfect spot to finish in Season 1. Because as I said in the previous episode, the thing that you're concerned about the most in Season 1 of Career Mode, as I'm about to die in this turn, okay, I just had to go into pure self-preservation mode there. The thing that you care about the most in Season 1 in Career Mode is getting the sponsor objective every week. Season 2, you can start thinking about winning some races here and there. And I said in the last episode that I would like to get the championship in Season 2 just to say that I did. But, yeah. And right now I'm currently not even upgrading any, I'm not getting a shop edition coming through, so we are stagnating at this point. Which is a bigger problem than you think. Like, at some point, you kind of just want to bite the bullet and just get a shop edition coming through slowly, just so that you can say you're accomplishing something. And then even then, forcing yourself to take a longer shop edition can force you to save some money in the long run. So like, if you sit there for 9 races waiting for something to come through, well, you're only spending it on repairs and overhauls. So you can actually start maybe saving some money instead of, you know, dumping $300,000 every couple of races. But yeah, we're 20th, coming up on the first pit stop. The entire field is still behind me. We have created 0 gaps of separation between us and the pack. So, pretty much any time lost on pit road is going to be time lost in the race. That was a 30. I barely touched him. The fucking... The vibrations, like, were non-existent, but that was, of course, a 30. There's no visual damage on the car. There's no physical damage on the car. But that was a 30. Because this game sucks. The AI and rival system in this game is garbage. It's worse than the Heat game. And the Heat games are terrible. Because you can't get rid of rivals. I mean, at least in this fucking game you can get rid of rivals. But this is worse, because you can become rivals with the entire field in one race. Like, you can wreck everyone the maximum amount possible in NASCAR Heat, and at the end, they'll only be slightly mad at you. It takes multiple races for them to hate you in that game. And then even then, if you just avoid them for one race, it usually makes a difference. Or if you have the ability to talk to them on Twitter, that can get rid of that. That can get rid of anger too. Like, there's no Twitter in NASCAR Thunder 2004. You can't force people to stop being mad at you on Twitter in NASCAR Thunder 2004. So, big difference. Big fucking difference there. Like, the only way that you can lose rival points in this game is doing races. And we're so slow because the setup is so bad. The setup in this car is so fucking bad. Like, we are so tight all the way around the track. If a caution were to come out with everyone a lap down, I would really be happy. I would really like that if that happened. Please, game. Come on. Come on, game. Give me something. You took away my sponsor money last week. Come on, you gotta give me something in return this week. I guess it gave me a good pit stop at Vegas. And it even gave me a good pit stop in Atlanta, and I failed to fucking capitalize, so I guess I can't really blame anyone but myself on that one. Alright, we're finally halfway in the race, which means we can finally pit the car this time by. Good. Goody. I'm happy about this fact. I'm very much excited about this fact. Looking forward to it. Can you believe it? Can you believe that I'm looking forward to pitting this garbage bag car? Now, honestly, caution right now would be better than just pitting the car. Gotta be honest. Gotta be honest. I would prefer that. Alright, and we're getting rival points. Sure. And we're coming down way too fast, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Very good. Alright, that could have been bad. Picker time is still pretty slow, but as long as I don't screw up, I don't care. I think they're way less likely to make mistakes if they're happy. Which is why I'm keeping the starter pit crew versus getting new ones. And I have no money to pay them. And I have no money. Having no money is definitely making a difference on these decisions that I've made regarding the team. Okay, and yeah, wouldn't want to have a good race, would we? Wouldn't want to have a good race. Longest possible fucking animation there. 18, 19, okay, that's only a 2-second loss. That could have been way worse. And we're fucking dead last. Okay, sure, why not? Alright, well, the goal of finishing bitch-ass 35th just became a lot less obtainable. You know, I'm honestly starting to wonder if we had a better run in the Truex playthrough, which notoriously, at least for me, is one of my worst video game playthroughs of all time. Were we doing better in that? Maybe I had, like, finished 40th as the sponsor. Maybe I was still getting sponsor objective despite running horribly. That's possible. Looking a lot like we're going to be finishing 36, by the way, because that's 38, 39, 37 in front of us. And then it's a gigantic fucking gap to the next car in line. I mean, there is side-by-side traffic up here, so... But we're literally down to 4 laps to go, so I fucking doubt we're going to be getting up there. How did I do? I should just fucking put up on the screen how I was doing in comparison. Because it started off a bit okay. Rockingham went well. Nothing else has gone well ever since, but, you know, Rockingham went fine. Boy, that is a big old gaggle of cars up there, though. Unfortunately, we have no fucking time to get there. Yeah, and if I wrecked now, the race would probably end under caution, so... We're essentially in the worst case scenario, dude. Yep. No money for the second week in a row for the primary. That's awesome. I appreciate how I did everything right, too, for that matter. But apparently nothing matters, and we're just guaranteed to suck. So, you know. Oh, and it's ending a lap earlier, too. Even better. Even fucking better. Oh, and you remember the Windows backup I've been trying to do since episode 1? Yeah, that's still fucking around. That's still, to this day, fucking around. Not actually doing anything. Because of course it isn't. Wow. I'm not even gonna get past Brett Bodine. In fact, I'm gonna get dumped by Sterling Marlin, and that's indeed physical damage. Wonderful. Everything fucking sucks. No, you retard. It's not disk space size. That's the problem. It's your useless ass. That's the problem. Once again, we do not get the sponsor objective, but the good news is that Tony Stewart won, and Guilt by Finger Tight is playing. So, good stuff. Good stuff. While we wait, points. We are now 33rd. Oh, it's getting worse. And I have no money once again. Once again, back to having no money. Can I even afford to Okay. I can't afford this! No! Okay, I have to do it on the chassis. Okay, chassis is the only one that I need to overhaul. The rest we can probably handle just repairing. Okay, never mind. I would like to overhaul all of them. But I don't... Oh, shit, that's true. Okay, here we go. Here's how we're saving money. Okay. No, no, that's not. Hello. Is this? What is this? 49 minutes? Oh, it's the Elvis video! Yo! Oh, it's the Elvis video. Why has this changed? Hello? Oh, this is my, okay, this is the one laptop here. Okay, we're gonna repair that. Oh my god, I'm doing 3 different things at once right now. Okay, yeah, overhauling feels like what we should be doing, but I don't have enough money. I simply put, do not have enough money. And once again, now I don't have enough money for another shop edition. Things could be better, but the good news is that I have overhauled. I have overhauled one thing. So, yes, basically, I have overhauled exactly one item. So we're in good shape. Now, we're going to do another race. So I guess we're doing 2 races per episode. Which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. The original segment of Simulated Sanity file. Hot damn. Cooking with Kamikaze Games 1. Oh my goodness, dude. Dude, there's some good shit on here. Ah, yeah, this is happening. Ryan Blaney Road to the MLB show. Sounds like a Volkswagen. The original Tails and Kenny show files. Holy shit. Holy shit. There's so much quality entertainment on here. God damn. There's my original video file of Brett Moffitt winning at Phoenix. Oh. Oh, the classics. I'm probably not even going to keep this in the video. Dude. And we're finding such quality fucking content. Okay. Alright, we're still playing the video game, by the way, in case you forgot. In case you forgot, we are still indeed playing this game called NASCAR Thunder 2004. And while we're sitting here, may as well shout out my mega appreciators, Adam Pehl, TJ Arnhold, VaporLyfe, Alex Johanning, Chris T, Mutant Turkey, and JadyLan. You know what? By the time this is uploaded, it's probably going to be different. So maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Okay, we're going. Okay, it's Bristol, baby. It's Bristol, baby. Indeed. Let's head to the track. It's still the default car, 52 overall. Ah! Yeah. Okay, whatever. It's fine. We're going. We're playing the video game. Okay. Going to Bristol. Who's on the pole this time? Not Gordon, I hope. Hey, it's not Gordon. Let's go. I want to get a good qualifying spot, obviously, but, like, that doesn't actually... actually, Bristol is a place where you can sometimes, like, really cheese the game and get yourself a really good qualifying spot. And since we've got average qualifying on the sponsor, I would really like to do that. We got objective on the first try, which means we have a baseline. So hopefully we're going to see some improvement here. I'm really playing it conservatively. I don't need to. I don't know why I did that, but we're going to get a 10th better. 29. We're so mid! Ward's there, and there's not a lot of people on the pit lane. Please, Ward. I'm going to run out of gas if you don't do it, man. Please. Please, Ward. I need you so badly. I have to pit this time. And he's coming back onto the track and did not bring out the caution. Okay. In that case, we're taking right sides. Because, God almighty, I need to do something. I need to do something. We're taking rights, and we're just hoping that I don't die. Trying to see if... Okay, slowest fueling animation. Fantastic. 2 Ks on the pit box. Thankfully, there's only 2 and not 3. 11, 12, 13. A slow-ass pit stop, regardless of only taking 2 tires. And we're not even fucking in the position. Great. Wonderful. Spectacular. I'm not even 35th. Thanks, Ward. You really pulled through for me, bud. So not only am I not in the finishing position that I need to be in, but I'm also on older tires compared to the field. Great. White flag next time by, he says as the white flag animation hits on the upper left. Now, as you remember from whatever track it was, Atlanta, Stewart's still going to race me as hard as possible on the cooldown lap, which is about to start. Unless he has a pit stall and backstretch. Yes, he does. Oh my god, and in the final fucking moments, we're wrecking for no reason. That could have been a couple more spots, but I only need 35th. I don't care. At the line, we're gonna finish 35th after field manipulation, miracle fucking people taking the wave around for no reason. If these guys took the wave around, that means I had like 10 lap fresher tires on them, and I still barely could fucking pass them. Oh my god, what a disaster this fucking playthrough has been. Dead last, logo rival Kyle Petty, 80 overall. If you missed the last race, I'm gonna let the share draft turn itself off. I'm gonna let the share draft turn itself off, or we're just gonna fucking do that and die. And we're still wrecking, and we're in the wall. And I'm dead. Alright, that's what I fucking get, I suppose. That is what I get, I suppose, for trying to not get fucked by Kyle Petty. Yeah. It sure is cool how I could do nothing about that. Stewart still fucking wins. We don't even get a fucking randomization. What a fucking pile of shit this game is. Even fucking 8 laps into the run, there's still no randomization. You are insane. Okay, that was fucking retarded and this game sucks and I don't give a fuck. I'm restarting. Oh, cool. We're back at Bristol. How wonderful is that? How wonderful is that? I'm so glad that we get to do Bristol again. Alright, looks like we're back in the previous episode. Alright, 15th in this universe. Maybe that'll help me out. Alright, well, welcome back, I guess, to like episode 4 or whatever the fuck we're in, because we're doing this goddamn bullshit again. Great, wonderful, spectacular. What did I even talk about in this episode? I guess I talked about Ward Burton. Okay, so in NASCAR Thunder 2004, if this is the first episode of NASCAR Thunder, if this is the first NASCAR Thunder 2004 content that you've ever consumed, first of all, how are you here? This shit probably, you know, is being buried by the YouTube algorithm. It won't show up in anyone's recommended, or show up the very last page of search results. Point I'm trying to say, oh, we've got to check up, that's rare. I don't very often get a checkup this early on this track. In NASCAR Thunder 2004, the developers left a very big oversight in the are you insane? Are you insane? Oh my fucking god, everything's fucked. Everything's fucked! Everything's fucked. I delete every goddamn thing on this fucking external drive, and it still doesn't fucking run the backup. My fucking god, can anything go right in my fucking life? No. The answer to that question is no. So, in NASCAR Thunder 2004, there was a massive oversight by the developer. In this game, at Bristol, there's a chance, and I would call it a 50% chance, there is no mathematics behind that, that's just the layman's estimate. 50% chance that in NASCAR Thunder 2004, at Bristol, Ward Burton will cause a caution by coming out of his pit stall. The reason this happens is because the way that cautions work in NASCAR Thunder 2004 is if your car is perpendicular to the track or at a 90-degree angle to where the actual line for the track should be, it's actually more of a 91-degree angle. So, like, you know, if you're straight facing the wall, it doesn't throw a caution, but if you're slightly to the right facing traffic, then the caution will come out. Well, the thing about exiting pit lane, there's 2 exiting pit lane animations in this game. And Ward Burton's right behind me, so that's cool. Keep an eye on him throughout the race. There's 2 lines. One of them is a tight line, where if someone is coming off the pit lane next to you, the AI kind of pulls out of the pit stop box at a bit of a tighter angle, so that you don't run into the AI driver. But there's also the other pit lane animation, which is the wide pit exit. Now in this one, obviously you take a bit of a wider line out of the pit box to go all the way up against the pit lane wall, so that you don't get held up by people coming out of the pits in front of you. The problem with that is that the very first pit stall at both this track and Martinsville are such that when the wide pit lane exit animation plays, there is a chance that the game will think that Ward Burton or Christian Fittipaldi at Martinsville actually wrecked because they are perpendicular to the racing line. So the game will throw a caution. Now, the reason this is interesting is because it can help you out or it can hurt you. Obviously, at a short track, if you pit under green, you lose a bunch of laps. It's different from like Pocono or Indianapolis where you can pit the car and come out still, you know, on the lead lap and the leader behind you and whatnot. But at a short track, the laps are so short and the speeds are so high and whatnot, especially here at Bristol, that you lose a bunch of laps when you pit under green. Now, if you were to know that a caution flag is going to be coming, would you pit under green? No, you would stay out as long as possible, waiting for that caution to come out. You would trap the entire field multiple laps down, and as long as you don't wreck when the race goes back green, you are almost guaranteed to finish ahead of those people trapped laps down, even if they're way faster than you, like basically everyone else in this race. Look at how fucking slow I am. I can't even go faster than Kenny Wallace. Look at this dude. Ken Schrader on the top is trying to pass me. But if a caution were to come out during the middle of the pit cycle, when a bunch of people are a lap down and you stayed out, that essentially guarantees that you're going to have a good finish. Maybe it doesn't guarantee it, but it really increases the odds. Like a bunch of reallys. Several reallys. Also, since we're in this universe where Kyle Petty doesn't hate me yet, he won't run into me if he's next to me. That's a nice change. This game sucks, by the way. I hate this game. Have I ever said that I hate this game? Have I said that on this playthrough yet? Yeah, by the way, I hate this game. We shouldn't be here right now. But the good news is that in the previous universe, Ward Burton gave me absolutely no assistance. In this universe, maybe we can actually get a bit of an assist from Ward Burton as Kyle Petty drives around me like I'm stopped. Yeah, this race, even if Ward Burton doesn't help us, hopefully this race goes better than the previous attempt. Now the problem is, like I was saying earlier with the purse amounts, even if we do good in this race, it's really not even going to give us a lot of money. But like, getting a top 10 here would probably be worth like 90K, which is like double what I'm getting from sponsors. So it'd be nice, is what I'm trying to say. It'd be really nice. It would be really nice. I think Ward passed me, so we just need to watch the mini-map to see if he's going to pit. Now, Ward Burton pitting as late as possible is the best case scenario, but it's also bad because, you know, you have terrible fuel compared to the rest of the field. So you can't really go as far as these guys can on fuel. So it is going to everything has to line up perfectly for Ward Burton to help you out in career mode especially. Is he on the pit lane? No, he is not on the pit lane. Okay. Getting closer and closer to the moment. This moment in time, this moment defined. And this is one of the tracks where the default setup is pretty good in this game. So I don't think I could win this race if we had a caution, but we will hopefully have a good run. Oh, they're making contact now. It's a lot more rare, but there are incidents where the AI can kill each other off the pit lane. It's way more rare, but that could result in a caution, especially if there's just debris. Because, like, you see Kurt Busch underneath me, he is slowing down way more than he needs to, and I probably could have died from Sterling Marlin there. That's a 60 with Sterling, and I did not deserve a 60 with Sterling. See, there's Hermie Sadler just stopping. And it looks like Ward just came off the pit lane without anything happening, so great, thanks. I guess that means I'm pitting. So that's fantastic news. Looks like we gain absolutely nothing on the pit lane here. I'm going to take fucking right side so that I can gain maybe a bit of an advantage out of this. Waiting to try and see. So there are caution lights on the side of the track. Oh, my pit crew guys got run over, and I wish that actually killed them because this is going to kill our fucking pit stop time. Any day of the week, guys. There goes Johnny Benson, who pit behind me. So we're going to have absolutely no advantage. We're going to have worse left sides. There's Ward pitting, so it looks like he got screwed at some point. But hey, the good news is that Yep, there he goes. And there he, so if I'd stayed out, we would have run out of gas, and this wouldn't have even helped us. But Ward Burton did, in fact... See, and this is the problem. I mentioned this in the previous universe. Ward must have gotten screwed over by the AI, which kept him on the track longer, and since there was no one on the pit lane, that allowed the wide pit lane exit animation to be a lot more likely to happen because there was no one else on the pit lane to screw with his AI. But this is actually the worst case scenario because not only... Well, actually, since I only took 2 tires, maybe that's actually not the worst. I'm going to pit again just to put 4 on it. And I'm going to hope that a few more drivers are a lap down, but in any case, just having the fresher tires should hopefully make a bit of a difference here. Like, having to do the rest of this race under green with fucking old lefts is going to be bad enough as it is. Also, we got some people pitting, so this is the same thing that happened in the previous universe, except the only difference is that Ward actually pit this time. I'm guessing Gordon and Harvick didn't pit. They were also on the track for a long time. I don't know, dude. This shit's stupid. I hate this game. So, Ward does indeed cause the caution in this universe, but it doesn't help me. Hopefully I can still put on a good enough drive to get my sponsor objectives. Alright. See, a 10.5 transition. That's a good stop. That's a good stop that we're having. Yeah, look at that. 17.6. It's a good pit stop. It just is not helpful in the slightest when it comes to this shit. And yeah, some people randomly pit. Don't know what position I'm in. We're back here. 39th. Okay, I just need to make a couple of passes. Now, hopefully some people, since that was a mid-cycle pit caution, even though it was at the very tail end, hopefully some people still need to pit, and I can just gain some free spots from there. Also, we're 2 laps down. Well, actually, we're only 1 lap down, because the leader is on the other side of the track, and once the leader is 50% of the way around the track, the game thinks you're an additional lap down. Okay, I am 2 laps down, as it turns out. Never fucking mind. I guess I'll shut my fucking mouth, because now I'm 3 laps down because the leader's 50% of the way around the track. So I guess I'll just shut the fuck up. So basically what I'm trying to say is that this race is actually going worse than the previous attempt. The only positive is that Kyle Petty doesn't hate me yet. Literally the only positive. Because I can't even fucking keep up with these guys, even with fresher tires. That's awesome, dude. That's really cool. This game sucks. Oh, we got pit stops. Okay. I mean, that doesn't really matter because they're 2 fucking laps ahead of me. Leader's fucking 2 laps ahead of me. So I'm probably not even going to pass his bitch ass. There's 1 lap back. And I'd have to pass him again to be on the same lap. And then I'd have to pass him again to gain the spot. So no, we're definitely not gaining. I mean, unless there's... Nothing can help me at this point. I'm fucked. So fucked. Thanks, Ward. Yeah, he's already coming back onto the track. Yeah, as you can see, passed him again. Dale Jr. Did not get a spot. He is still a full lap ahead of me. Also, I'm slower than the people that are behind me. Hooray. Hooray, we're fucking awful. This game sucks and I hate it and I wish I was dead. I've got to try something. And the only thing I can think of trying is throwing out a caution and then putting more tires on the car. But I need to time it perfectly so that the caution replay hits, not like that. Oh, well, actually, that works. Okay, that works. Okay, that was what I was trying to do, was cause the caution before crossing the line. But the cutscene hit immediately, so I actually do get to go down pit lane without losing another lap, so that's good. Alright, coming back green again. Now I've got fresher tires than everyone. I'll have 6 laps to be able to pass 4 cars to get fucking 1 sponsor objective. And Casey's up there, which means I'm not getting associate right now either. Basically, everything sucks. But you already knew that. Okay, gonna run Casey. Okay, 1 more lap. We should be able to get past 1 more. And if I have to run into someone, I guess I have to run into someone to get my money. Because at this point, it literally is just, we need to just get the sponsor objectives. That's probably, oh, that was only a 30. Okay, thank fucking God for that. Can I please have this position? Another 30? No, just a 40. Hell fucking yeah. Alright. Okay, well that race went better than the other universe, because I couldn't even beat Casey in the other universe. Newman wins. Boring. When Warburton causes a caution, that can usually result in the field being randomized, but On this occasion, of course not. Alright, well that's spectacular. Look at all this money. Hooray. A lot more money to not be able to spend on anything. Speaking of spending, we now have the opportunity to actually put in... Or was that the previous race? I don't even remember at this point. Yeah, we were already overhauling. And I still can't afford any of this shit. Can't even afford that. Can't afford that. I can't even afford to do that. Terrible. I could do this. But body is like the most useless one of them all, so... Alright, well, I mean, fuck. We did the thing, I guess. Now this race is probably, This episode is probably shorter now because I was silent for a bunch of laps. So I guess we're having a third race in this episode because we're still in the previous episode and not the next episode. Save the fucking game so that we don't have to do that race a fucking again. Now I guess we're going off to this race. And everything's destroyed because of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Barely get any damage in that race, but it still fucks the car. Any physical damage. Any physical damage in that race will fuck your car for the next one. That's one of the things that made Tony Raines as hard as it was. Discounting the pit crew being shit, you know? I really should fire that pit crew, even though happiness matters more than, you know, skill. Honestly, at this point, they just suck so much. Being stuck with the starter pit crew. I mean, maybe my philosophy of sticking with the happier people would make more sense if it was the next level pit crew. 60 or 70s even. But yeah, here we are, Texas. So, Texas. You haven't heard me say this yet. Texas is somehow one of my favorite tracks to drive in this game. Because if you have a good setup, you can basically flat-foot the whole track. It's just like Atlanta. Except the AI is a lot easier here, so you see the fruits of your labors a lot more evidently here than you would in Atlanta. Somehow, this is one of my favorite tracks to drive in this game, and also, that's if you have a good setup. But if you're like me, doing classic career with default setup everywhere, the car doesn't fucking turn, so you start dead last at Texas. Hooray. Green flag is out. I'm about ready to wave the white flag on my fucking life as opposed to the green flag on this fucking bullshit. But the good thing, there's a lot of good news for this race versus the previous attempt. Good news number one. Kyle Petty is not an 80 rival, so I don't have to fucking put up with his stupid bullshit. Good news number two. Texas is one of the easiest tracks in the game. The AI is terrible in turn one. Just look at this. Look at this. This is pathetic. Look at this. That wasn't even a good taking in that corner, and we're still closing in. And the good news about that is that, okay, you know, you're really good in that corner, but I bet that means that you're terrible in this corner, right? Wrong, motherfucker. You're still pretty good in this corner. The AI is just majorly nerfed at Texas, which led me to believe that we could maybe get a top 20 on pace in this race. The problem with that is that we're in a 50-50 on everything car. 50 everything. And we're starting dead last, so I get no drafting help at the start to keep me in touch with the pack on the first lap. So that hurts us. That alone hurts us. And the fact that we have a terrible pit crew hurts us because we're probably going to fucking lose a bunch of time on the pit lane. So starting good and, you know, being able to block everyone for the entire race, that would have helped out a lot. But thankfully, we don't get that. Instead, we get a shit pit crew that's going to lose us a bunch of time. And the likelihood that I get my sponsor objectives in this race are nil. But the good news is, this is Season 1, and the only thing that matters in Season 1 is getting the sponsor objectives. But once again, we've had such a shit start to this season that my next set of sponsors probably isn't even going to be that good. We needed slightly better sponsors to be able to get slightly more money, to put in more upgrades, and stop the bleeding. But we're so screwed on every home front right now. Like, this has been a very bad start to this playthrough. Like, we got fucked so hard at Daytona. We got fucked pretty hard at Bristol there. Bristol is a good place to get some good money early on in the playthrough, and we completely lost we've lost all the early easy money advantages, except for Rockingham. Rockingham, I managed to finish 15th by some act of God, because the pit crew didn't fuck around. We just happened to have a perfect pit stop in that race. That was the only good bit of money that we got out of these first couple of races. Now, if we can get the pit road issues, if we can have the ward burdening at Martinsville, but I think the ward burdening at Martinsville is a lot more rare. I'd put it more closer to 35% than 50%. It's definitely a lot more rare to get the mid-cycle caution at Martinsville. But if we can get that and actually take advantage of it in this fucking series, maybe we'd be in better shape. But the odds of this are just so low at this point. We've just gotten fucked at almost every turn. The only positive so far was Rockingham. When we went to Rockingham and had that race, I was like, okay, we've got a shot. We've got a shot in this playthrough. But now I'm not feeling so good. The next good bit of money that we can get after Martinsville, Infinia. The road courses are the next best spots. And then you got the plate trail. Well, actually, that's a lie. Talladega exists. I forgot about Talladega. Talladega is a place where we can maybe pull something out of my ass. Because not really, like, because we can, you know, do the 2-tire strats, which is big. But, like, not really what you need to do. What you need is for the AI to have a LePaging moment. There is a lot of in the know terminology for NASCAR Thunder 2004. Like, I've just been spitting like jargon. Yeah, all of my commentary has been, this entire playthrough has just been Thunder 2004 jargon. I mean, I guess LePaging is a common term in NASCAR world. LePaging, probably one of the most famous incidents in NASCAR history, which is kind of saying something. Right up there with, like, the fight in the 1979 Daytona 500. Kevin LePage. Somehow one of the most iconic drivers in NASCAR history just because of that fucking move. Good lord. That's the situation, I guess. But anyway, yeah. There is a chance at Talladega that the field can LePage, but I guess I'll talk more about that during the Talladega race. Oh baby, oh baby. Oh baby, oh baby. Oh, that's not good. Cool, that was a fucking 30. That was just a fucking 30 when I barely tapped someone in the corner. Oh, Johnny Benson blows up. Okay, that's a free spot. Hey, that's big. That could be the difference between me beginning and not getting the sponsor objective. But, like, you can see how fast we are when this shit is being legitimate. If we could get a caution where we could pit under yellow instead of under green, boy howdy, that would be amazing. Because not only would that scrunch the field back up together, but it would be a lot less painful. In this game, in EA NASCAR games, when you pit under caution, you have a much better pit stop than under green. Under green, the AI's pit stops are way better. I don't know what it is, but under caution, you gain a lot more than you lose. It's very strange. I have no idea why that's the case. But, like, even when you have a really good pit stop under green, you still lose time, like, almost guaranteed. Like, I don't know what it is. But, like, with a top-level pit crew at max happiness, they still, like, you usually lose time on green flag stops. I don't know what that's all about. Probably just this game being a bitch. As we all know, this game is the biggest bitch. Well, I think Thunder 2005, Chase for the Cup, Thunder 2005. I think that game is a bigger bitch than this one. Lap 14. Halfway would be 17. So people are probably going to start pitting this time by. Natural cautions on legend level difficulty are rare, and yeah, people are pitting. I knew it. God, I'm so good. I know this game so well, dude. You'd think I'd be running better. Boy, he sure does know a lot about NASCAR Thunder 2004. Why does he keep finishing 40th every race? Is that some sort of ancient knowledge that we should be figuring out? Is that actually not getting your sponsor objective is better than getting your sponsor objective? Is that the case? Is that the case? Well, actually, having this bad of a run for the first couple of sponsors, first 9 races, maybe that'll keep Kmart with us. Hopefully, we can keep Kmart in the family, in the fam, in the T-Mobile Fave 5. That was like a promotion that lasted like 2 months, and I still think about it all the time. T-Mobile Fave 5. Or was that Sprint? I'm pretty sure it was T-Mobile, but it might have been Sprint. Oh, this is bad. Okay, I'm just going to back out of this situation, I've decided. I'm actually going to not get killed by Ricky Craven, who's pitting. Like, you see this here. Like, these guys behind me are on fresher tires. Let me see how badly I beat them in turn 1, even on old tires. Look at that. Look at that. We're up the track. I could have done that turn better. And I still was, like, way better than him on an entry. Oh, look. A logo rival. How nice. Only a 40. Okay, Piglet. Getting bodied by Rusty Wallace. Okay. Coming down to pit. Alright, pit crew. It would be excellent. It would help us out so much if you had a good stop. You have no idea how helpful this would be. A good stop here would make such a big difference in this playthrough. In my life, etc., etc. Yeah, you're thinking you might want to do a good stop? You're looking all right so far. Terrible transition, but hey, 10 seconds better than fucking 15 seconds. 17, 18, that's a good stop, guys. Like, honestly, that's a good stop. We are 28th. We're actually lower than 28th because there goes the entire field. Okay, that's why we needed the good stop. Because here we are, 33rd. 33rd. That, ladies and gentlemen, is sponsor objective. Now, these guys are fast now, but once I'm up to speed, I was faster than them the whole fucking first run. I should be faster than them now that I've got fresher tires. I say as Nemechek is just trying to drive around me like I'm standing still. Can you fuck off, Nemechek? Maybe? Fuck off? Fuck off? Can you not still be there? Can you fuck off? Thank you. Go away, Nemechek. See, look how much faster we are. But look at how far the fucking rest of the field is. Looks like we're gonna be finishing 33rd at best today. Unless I fucking die, which is entirely possible. And we might not even get the sponsor objective. That's true. It could happen, because there goes Casey. Alright. Things just keep getting better and better. Really must be said. Really must be said. The situation continues to improve minute by minute. NASCAR Thunder 2004 spotter audio is broken. The game thinks that Kevin Grubb, who's in the 26 right there, is in the 22. So there's no way to hear the 26 car voice line that is in this game unless you have mods. Or if you open up files, I guess, which would require, like, you know, modding ability in theory. You would have to open up the game's files and, like, sift through them to find the correct voice clip. I don't know how they managed to do that, because when you put a mod into this game and change driver numbers, the game automatically knows to find the correct audio file for the spotter. So, like, I don't know why it's wrong for Kevin Grubb. I don't know how that happened, because it fixes itself when you get a mod. And you'll hear voice clips you'd never hear if not for the mod, you know. But whatever. Whatever. I ain't gonna say shit, man. I ain't gonna say shit. In fact, I would just kind of like to finish well in this race. I would just kind of like to get the sponsor objective and move on. Because we are so fucked financially. We are financially fucked. Yeah. You can see the benefit of not having logo rivals is that they won't run into you when you're next to them. So, that helps. That fucking helps. But now we're in 35th, which is the sponsor objective, so... yeah, basically. Alright, got another run. Some more spots, potentially. We'll get them in turn 1, but it's just a question of whether or not I die trying. Yeah, see, that's basically, that's where your biggest advantage is just in that, right there on entry into 1. And you're still fast enough to compete in 3 and 4, which makes this track as easy as it is. I don't even remember if I said that or not, but like that's why this track is so easy. Is that you have a big advantage in turn 1, and you're pretty even with them in turn 3. So yeah, that's a low spot. Now, this is probably where we want to run even if I qualified, so that's interesting. It's just, I don't know, like, we just need to find out, like, we need to, the only way we can get an advantage in this playthrough, because there's only default setups, is through the car. That's the only way to get any advantage in this playthrough. And the fact that I'm stagnating on shop upgrades is definitely hurting us in that regard. It really must be said. It could be going better on the old shop upgrades home front. I think Talladega's next, and we just need a good run there. Just a good run there, and then Martinsville, can we get the fucking pit crew issue? Or not my pit crew issue, but the pit crew issue for Bill Elliott and Christian Fittipaldi and them guys. See, the thing about Martinsville is that there's 2 cars that can do that. It's the top 2 pit stop guys. But, like, it's so much less likely because Martinsville is such a tight track and there's always going to be traffic to their outside, so. Like, I bet it even counts the traffic that's on the track and not just the ones on the pit lane for Martinsville. Maybe even at Bristol, too. Maybe that's the reason why it's not guaranteed to happen at Bristol if there's no one towards outside on the pit lane. Because it may factor in the on-track traffic, too, as far as which pit exit animation it uses. That's very possible. That is very possible indeed. But that really doesn't make a difference at this point. It's the white flag, sponsored by Credit One Bank, lap. Someone's about to win at Texas. I might catch Kyle Petty for 30th. That'd be fun. Herculean drive out of Ryan Hemphill for that one. No, I played as Ryan Hemphill on the... Which challenge? I played as Hemphill on a challenge. I don't remember which one. Was it? Wasn't no sponsors. I don't remember. Am I going to pass Kyle Petty? That'd be good vengeance for him fucking over my entire flow. We're not going to pass him. Fuck this guy. 31st! Dale Jarrett wins again. My God. And he won't retire until like 2008 in the game. Not even that. I think it's like 2012. He's got to be so old for that to happen. Got all my sponsor money. Johnny Benson last, Casey 39th. But we got $160,000 from the sponsor income. Not getting any prestige bonus. That would help a lot. That would make a difference. But we're not getting it, of course. Of course. And Talladega's next. I do have $305,000, but the bad news is that I need to upgrade the fucking car. Oh, Lord, that's a good upgrade, but it's also expensive. I mean, we just have to take it, don't we? We just have to take it on the nose, man. Chassis is the most important. Like, I could get that, but I'd rather do this. I think I've made a bit of money at this point. Hopefully. Now, I still can't fucking afford a shop edition, of course. Of course, we're back down to 80K in that department, but it might be time. It might be time to say goodbye to these guys. Fraser. Shirley. What a name. Have I ever seen Shirley as a fucking crew member name? Kymak Jalowitz. These are some interesting names. Some rare crew member names here. Oh, then we got fucking basic bitch B. Norris. Yeah. Snows, Rollins, DeVault, another Snow. Yeah. See, that's way more common names. Feeney's very common. R. Burns. Good name. Hines. Oh, the Hines family's here. This guy's objectively better, so we'll get him. And then Catch Can. Y. Allen. What a name. What's a Y name? Yusef? That's the only one I can think of. Yusef. The only possible Y name. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next episode of A Classic Career, where hopefully something good happens. But I'm not exactly holding my breath. See you then. Bye! So you can just be like, oh, like a fucking banshee. The video just ends immediately. It knows. It knows. Oh god. Oh, it's so bad. Why? Why would I do this? Why would I allow this to exist? What have I done? No. What have I done?